Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be continuing to part 6 of What If Beerus arrived after GT. If you haven't seen part 5, there's a title card where you can go and check it out to see what happened in the last part. But today, we'll be going into the Goku Black arc. How will the Z Fighters deal with Goku Black? Will they be strong enough to stop him? Or will Goku have to step in to stop this threat? If y'all are interested, I own a Discord for anyone who wants to join and talk more about Dragon Ball with me and other viewers. Maybe give out some of your own ideas of what ifs, and maybe in the future I could do them. Check the link in the description down below. Without further ado, let's dive into part 6 of What If Beerus arrived after GT. Where we last left off, Future Trunks woke up to see himself. He jumps back, thinking it's a trick, but once seeing Bulma, he calms down. He gets happy seeing his parents, but the tension is a bit awkward, with the fact that Future Trunks is seeing himself. He asks how long has it been, as Vegeta says it's been around 17 years since they defeated Cell. Vegeta asks what was his reason for returning to this timeline, and Future Trunks explained about Goku Black, and hearing this shocks Vegeta and Bulma. Future Trunks explained how strong he was, even in his Super Saiyan 2 form. He could not hold his own against Goku Black, as he was only using his base form. Vegeta looks a bit disturbed, thinking that if this was the Goku they know now, it could be really bad. Future Trunks asks if Goku is around to help, but Vegeta explains all of what happened after he left, and how Goku isn't exactly around all the time. But they could reach out to the others for backup. Suddenly the sky would erupt, with Goku Black coming out, and Vegeta's suspicions were correct. He powers up into a Super Saiyan Blue form, and begins fighting it out with Goku Black. Now how did Zamasu get Goku's body? Let's have a flashback. Once Goku got close with Zeno and the Grand Priest, he would explore the other universes, meeting their Kais, and when he visited Gowasu, Zamasu was there, and when he saw Goku, he grew a hatred so big towards him, as he didn't even think a mortal should be on the level of the gods, or even above them. He would proceed with wishing to swap bodies with Goku, and it would work somewhat. He did manage to gain control of his body, but with Goku being in a whole different league than his normal self, Zamasu didn't completely get control of Goku's body. Physically he was able to, but spiritually, Goku was still there. Once he attained his body, he would have no problem stopping anyone, killing that version of Goku's family and the planet. With this Goku being stronger, Goku Black would too be stronger, but luckily not as strong as normal Goku. Once they began sparring, Vegeta realized that he was barely holding his own against Goku Black. He then thinks of the time when Ginyu took Goku's body, and not being as strong as Goku, and how this is a similar situation. The fight is pretty close, at first, but Vegeta begins to get beaten badly, and the others worry as he isn't strong enough to fight back. But then, when he was fighting, Goku Black suddenly stopped, as Vegeta hears Goku's voice, saying that he is trying to gain control over his body back, but to attack while Black isn't in control. When Goku Black realizes he wasn't going to win so easily, he would retreat back to the future. Future Trunks was amazed that his father was strong enough to fight back against Goku Black and win. But once Goku Black left, Vegeta powered down as he was exhausted, and Trunks would catch him. The others would arrive and would get a rundown on what just happened, and hearing that their father turned bad, Gohan and Goten was feeling off. Our timeline Trunks turned over to his future self, calling him a weakling. He refused to believe that he was a future version of himself, as he wouldn't have let anyone down. Bulma tried to defend Future Trunks, but Trunks wasn't having any of it, transforming into Super Saiyan Blue and challenging himself. Gohan stopped Trunks, telling him to calm down as he tried to explain what Future Trunks went through, but Trunks just flew away, needing to clear his head. They all tried apologizing how Trunks acted, but Future Trunks was okay, and even agreed to what his version had to say to him, and that he was not strong enough to stop this new threat that caused his entire planet, as now he has nowhere to go. Future Trunks would then leave to go talk to his other self, as he finds him sitting around a cliff, as he asked if they could talk. Trunks was hesitant, but he allowed his future self to speak. Future Trunks went to talk about how his entire timeline went down, with the passing of Goku, all the other Z Fighters, his master Gohan, and even after stopping the androids, he had other people to face like Babidi and Dabura, and how he couldn't save his mother or the planet from this evil Goku. Trunks begins to feel bad for his future self with all that he had to go through, and the reason his life is good now is because his future self came back to try to fix it all. He apologizes and wants to try to help him. He asks if he trained in the hyperbolic time chamber before, and Future Trunks said he did when he came back the first time with their father. Trunks said that he would teach Future Trunks the Super Saiyan Blue form, and together they could try to take down Goku Black, and together they would head towards the lookout to hop into the time chamber. Meanwhile, the rest of the group is still in Capsule Corps, and they've discussed what the plan will be to face Goku Black if he does return. Gohan says that he would be the strongest around if he could tap back into the form he used when facing hits. Vegeta explained how it might not be enough because the only reason he was able to hold his own against the fight with Black is because Goku is still in his own body, mentally, but is struggling to break free. Bulma would call Whis for their help by offering them some food, which would work as they would explain to them what is happening, and when Beerus hears about time traveling, he does get upset with someone messing with time, but he would not be present for now. Beerus does say that he cannot meddle with this themselves, but Whis offers to Gohan, Goten, and Vegeta to train a little, maybe helping Vegeta obtain the form that Gohan has. Close to a day would pass and another rift would open up in the sky, and Goku Black has returned, with a smug look on his face. Gohan powers up into a Super Saiyan 4 blue form, and goes to face off against him. At first it seems like Gohan is stronger, but once again, Gohan lands a punch on Black, and he smiles, and just sends Gohan flying after one attack. This shocks Vegeta, as Gohan should be the most powerful one here. He goes into his Super Saiyan blue form, and together they try to face off Goku Black. But still, in his base form, he's beating both of them with ease. He strikes Vegeta, taking him out of his god form and knocking him out. He smashes Gohan into the ground as he prepares to finish him off. But then he suddenly stops, as once again, Goku is trying to fight control over his body, and he does not want his own body to murder his son once again. This struggle gave enough time for future Trunks to kick Goku Black, sending him flying, but also saving Gohan. Gohan looks up to see both Trunks, and the power he senses from them is immense, that even he is shocked with what he is feeling. Their new power impresses Beerus and Whis, and wonders how much they have grown. Goku Black gets up, confused about what just happened. He felt the pain after that attack, and he thought it was impossible, as only a day has passed since he almost took out future Trunks. Once he looked over to see both Trunks, and together, their power is much more powerful than when he was facing Gohan and Vegeta. They explain that they have trained in the hyperbolic time chamber for a year, with Trunks teaching future Trunks the Super Saiyan blue form, and once he did learn the transformation, their training became a lot more efficient, helping each other grow more and more. Trunks thought it was not enough for this new threat, especially with his experience of fighting Goku. Future Trunks talked about the different grades of Super Saiyans, and when he first went into time chamber with Vegeta, and maybe Super Saiyan Blue was the same. This gave Trunks the idea, and he would push himself further when training to the point where he tapped into something beyond Super Saiyan Blue. His body bulks up, and the aura around him grew much more darker. Future Trunks was impressed with his power, and he would work on attempting to achieve the same power. It would take some time, and he would struggle with obtaining the Super Saiyan Blue evolution form. He feels powerless and upset that he has failed to protect his world, and this anger taps into something for him. His aura changes, with it being blue and yellow, and he lost his pupils, growing into a rage, and the power to Trunks felt amazing, but future Trunks would pass out from the form. Trunks would tell his future self about what he tapped into, and with this, they continue on their training, and finally once they left the time chamber, they left in their Super Saiyan Blue state, as they managed to perfect the transformation, like how Goku and Gohan did with Super Saiyan during the Cell games. We cut to where we are now. Vegeta is proud that his sons grew more powerful than him, and how they perfected the Super Saiyan Blue state. This angers Black as he smiles, saying that he too managed to find a new power. As he begins powering up, a rose aura around his body, and his hair spikes up, turning into a rose color. The power that is coming out of Goku Black, it begins to make the planet shake. Some of the weaker fighters pass out due to the massive pressure. Gohan asks for Beerus to step in, but Beerus denies as he won't jump in unless it is necessary. Both Trunks will power up into their forms as their clash will begin. The power between the three is immense. Goku Black is much more powerful than the other two, but they use the advantage they have in numbers to have Goku Black struggle a little bit, but still is not doing much. Whis does state that they should transfer the fight someplace else, as it could destroy the planet, and Beerus would allow it. Whis taps his staff and teleported the three to an empty planet, which Vegeta did not like as he didn't think his sons could stop Black. The fight begins to go badly, with Black sending them flying all around the planet, not giving them the chance to attack. They are struggling to survive as he slams them both into the floor. He flies up charging an attack, ready to finish them off, but then his hand tightens as he looks over to his shoulder to see Goku, and he is not happy. Already, Goku in his Super Saiyan 3 form, and his face shows true anger. Knowing what Black did with his body, Black shows some real fear as he looks face to face with Goku, as he was taken by Goku and they were teleported to some unknown place. Their clash instantly begins, with Black striking Goku and he is sent flying. Goku is caught off guard as he isn't used to someone he can fight at full power, but he smiles, powering up into a new form as he calls it Super Saiyan 5. And that's where we're going to leave it off for now. Tell me how you think about what I did with the 6th part and how I did with the Goku Black art. Goku came in to save the day, but where did they go? Will this be the first fight where we see Goku's full power? Will he be able to stop Black? What could have happened differently? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. I would love to hear them. If y'all are interested and enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted whenever I post another part. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. See ya.